Watch this. Just watch. That's Serena Williams. 23 Grand Slams, the most dominant force women's tennis has ever seen. The woman who made an entire generation believe that power, muscle, and raw athleticism were beautiful. And she just went on the biggest stage in American television and injected herself with a weight loss drug, on camera, while dancing, during the Super Bowl. And the internet? The internet lost its mind. Before we get into what happened and why literally everyone has an opinion on this, drop a comment right now. Did this ad change how you see Serena, or do you think people are overreacting? Let me know. All right, let's get into it. So here's what went down. Super Bowl 2026, over 100 million people watching. And right between the beer odds and the truck commercials, Serena Williams pops up in a baby blue crop top showing off her abs, dancing, looking incredible, talking about how she lost 34 pounds in 1 year. The ad is for a company called Ro. They sell GLP-1 medications. That's the same class of drugs as Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, the weight loss injections that have taken over Hollywood and now apparently taken over the Super Bowl too. In the commercial, Serena literally shows herself using the injection pen. She scrolls through the Ro app on her phone. She talks about how you can now get it in pill form. She says she's moving better, feeling better, lighter physically and mentally. And look, on paper, it's a health ad. She talks about lower cholesterol, better blood sugar, less knee stress, totally reasonable medical stuff. But this is the Super Bowl. Families are watching, kids are watching, and what they saw was the greatest female athlete of all time selling weight loss injections like it's a lifestyle upgrade. That's when things went sideways. Here's the part that hit people the hardest, and I need you to understand why. For months, Serena had been posting workout videos, dancing clips, yoga sessions, looking slimmer and slimmer, and her fans were in the trenches defending her. People were literally in the comments saying, "She's just working out, stop accusing every celebrity of using Ozempic." Others were writing, "This is what happens when a professional athlete puts in the work, leave her alone." Her fans went to war for her. They fought the Ozempic accusations, they defended her honor. And then she came out and said, yeah, it was the drugs the whole time. She'd been using GLP-1 medications since 2024, right after she stopped breastfeeding her second daughter, Adira.
Well, a lot of people have been wondering about my new fitness journey and what I've been doing, and I've been really open about me being on GLP-1s. And I thought it was really important just to come out and say it. So I'm on a GLP-1 through Ro.co. And for me, it was really just about taking away that stigma of like, is it a lazy way? Is it a shortcut? Like, why would you do that? And so for me, like after having my first kid with Olympia, and then, you know, in particular after having the second kid, I was never able to be at a healthy weight that I could be at, whether it was my joints or blood sugar levels. It was just always something that I suffered with.
The workouts were real, but the actual weight loss, that was pharmaceutical. Now imagine you're one of those fans who spent weeks arguing in comment sections that Serena did it naturally. How do you feel right now? That's why the word betrayed keeps popping up everywhere. Not because she used the medication, but because she let people fight a lie on her behalf before revealing the truth when there was a check attached to it. And speaking of checks, let's talk about the part nobody can ignore. Serena's husband is Alexis Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit, tech billionaire. And guess what else he is? He's an investor in Ro, and he sits on Ro's board of directors. So let's connect the dots here. Serena's husband has a financial stake in the company. Serena becomes the company's celebrity ambassador. The company pays for a Super Bowl odd slot that costs somewhere between $7 and $10 million for 30 seconds. And Serena goes on national television to promote the product her husband's company sells. Now, is that illegal? No, they disclosed it. It's in the fine print. But does it change how the ad feels? Absolutely. Because now it's not just a health journey, it's a family business. One fan on X wrote, now she's just another influencer hawking drugs. And honestly, you can see why people feel that way. But here's where the story gets really uncomfortable, and I need you to sit with this one for a second. Serena Williams built her entire legacy on defying what tennis thought a woman's body should look like. She was muscular, she was powerful, she was curvy, she was black in a sport that historically celebrated thin, white, European-looking players. She took the hatred, the body shaming, the comparisons, the racist comments about looking masculine, and she turned all of that into fuel. She became a symbol, not just for tennis, for every woman who was told her body didn't fit the mold. So when The Guardian writes that her embrace of GLP-1 drugs feels like capitulation to ideals she once rejected, that lands. That lands hard. Some fans went even further, accusations that she was trying to look like a white woman, that she abandoned body positivity, that the woman who made millions of girls feel strong in their own skin just told them their bodies need pharmaceutical correction. Now, is that fair to Serena? Maybe not. She had kids, her body changed, she struggled with weight after pregnancy. That's real and that's valid. But the optics are devastating because this isn't some random celebrity. This is the symbol of body confidence in sports, and she's on TV injecting weight loss drugs while dancing. You can hold both things at once. Her personal health journey can be valid, and the cultural message can be problematic. That's what makes this so complicated. And just when you think this story can't get more explosive, Serena drops this quote in a People magazine interview. "I wish they had this when I was on tour. I would have been really amazing." Read that again. The greatest female tennis player of all time, 23 Grand Slams, 14 years at #1, and she's saying she would have been better if she'd had access to weight loss drugs during her career. Now here's the kicker. WADA, the anti-doping agency, has already added GLP-1 medications to their monitored substances list. They're currently deciding whether to outright ban them for active athletes. The conversation about whether these drugs are performance-enhancing is very real and very active. So the GOAT of women's tennis just publicly said she wishes she'd used a substance that the anti-doping world is actively investigating in a paid commercial on the Super Bowl. Let that sink in. The fan reaction after the ad aired was unlike anything I've seen for a tennis figure in years. This wasn't a slow burn. This was instant wildfire. Disgusting that she's pushing weight loss drugs. If the greatest tennis player of all time is on Ozempic, we're done for. Known athlete Serena Williams pushing weight loss drugs on people was not on my Super Bowl bingo card. Some fans even thought the Super Bowl spot was going to be a comeback announcement. They were hoping, praying, and instead they got an Ozempic ad. But here's the thing, it wasn't all negative, not even close. There were plenty of people saying Serena is being brave, that she's normalizing medical help for weight loss, that millions of women struggle after pregnancy and nobody should be shamed for getting help. One supporter wrote, "If Serena, with all her resources and discipline, couldn't lose the weight naturally, what does that tell you about the rest of us? Maybe the shame needs to stop." And that's a real point, a powerful point actually. But the people defending her and the people attacking her are both screaming at full volume right now, and that's exactly what makes this story impossible to ignore. Here's what nobody is really talking about though. This isn't just about Serena. This is about what happens when the most powerful athletes in the world become the face of pharmaceutical companies, when personal health stories become Super Bowl commercials, when the line between advocacy and advertising disappears completely. British actress Jamila Jamil already called it out. Not Serena personally, but the entire machine of celebrities promoting prescription medications to mass audiences without the medical context that should come with it. Because here's the reality. GLP-1 drugs work. The science is real. They help people with obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular risk. These are legitimate medications. But they also cost up to $1,300 a month. They have side effects, nausea, vomiting, gastrointestinal problems, and the long-term data is still being studied. So when 100 million people watch Serena Williams dance in a crop top, making it look like the easiest thing in the world, is that the full picture? Or is that the best possible version of one person's experience being sold as everybody's solution? That's the question, and it doesn't have an easy answer. So where does this leave us? Serena Williams is still a legend. Nothing changes that. 23 Grand Slams don't disappear because of a commercial. But this moment, this Super Bowl moment, it's going to follow her. Because she didn't just promote a product, she stepped into the biggest cultural debate happening in health right now. Body image, big pharma, celebrity influence, medical ethics, all of it in one 30-second ad. The fans who feel betrayed, they have a point. The fans who support her, they have a point too. And the people asking questions about her husband's money, about WADA, about what this means for how we see athletes, all valid. This story isn't over, not by a long shot. Drop your take in the comments. Was this empowering, or was this a step too far? And if you want more content like this, breaking down the biggest moments in tennis and sports culture, smash that subscribe button because we're just getting started.